Hey, Joe Landry here, World War III Combatives Coach. Just like to tell you a little bit about Module 1, about striking. So it's divided into a few different DVDs, and first it's static striking. So we go through every single strike, from open hand, hammer fist, punching, elbows, feet, everything. So we break it down in each individual one, and we do it from a static position, which is basically a standing position. So we don't add movement at first. In inner workings, we teach you the basic footwork. But when you're working with the strikes, try not to do anything with movement, just focus on the strikes so you get everything done properly. Proper form, proper delivery. And in all these strikes, we add all the principles. The principles is what makes all these strikes so powerful. The strikes themselves are effective, but they're lacking in power unless you're just naturally strong or been working out or just hit over and over again. You will develop some level of power. But when you add these principles, your power will go through the roof. If you've never trained before, you will suddenly be able to hit as hard as the person that's been training for years. If someone's been training for years, you're going to double or triple your power. So it's amazing what these principles can do for you. For a simple example, the edge of hand. It's a great tool. It works. It's very natural, and it's also very defensive, right? You come out, your elbow's protecting your face, which is great. But where it lacks is that there's no structure. You see here, there's structure here, there's no structure here. So if I hit somebody that's really strong or outweighs me, I'm going to collapse. And if I collapse, that means I'm too close. But if I come out like this, I'm still protected, but now I have this structure. And if they outweigh me, I'll get knocked back, or they'll get cut. They'll cut like that away. And then I still have my space. Right? So we need to maintain our space. So if we get too close one to a big strong opponent, we're in some trouble. Like maybe we'll get lucky and get a knee in there, or be able to headbutt or bite or something, but we don't want this position to happen. This is a very bad place to be. And if you get here, you gotta do your best to get back. So instead of getting here, let's just do it structurally so that we maintain our space. Structure is a big thing to do with this. But just, if someone comes at me and I just put a structured arm out, I'll bounce off them. Instead of them coming at me and I'm not structured, and this happens, and then they're on top of me. But if I have my structured arm and they hit me, I'll get knocked back, which maintains my space, my safe zone, where I can still move and deliver strikes and at least get back. So structure helps in many different ways, and adding to every single strike is great. Waveform, heavy hand, joint focus, everything, all of it into it. So after we've done every single strike, we then do dynamic footwork and striking. So the dynamic footwork is just adding a few more type of steps so that you can be more dynamic. We started adding the stomps from the self-defense training system. It just makes you more 360 kind of moving. And we also, when you get the feet right, then you add the body for its movement. And then you have the head for different aspects. And feet right, head right, body right, then you got some real movement, and you can move very powerfully. And your strikes that you now understand through practicing one by one, and then adding them to the footwork, you'll be able to move and strike. And when you're moving and torquing and waving and everything, your strikes just become that much more powerful. So overall, it's still the World War II combative techniques. It's all this very useful, very proven, it's all proven to work. People training this for a reason in the World War II combatives because of its functionality. It's very basic, it's very simple. Anybody can do it. You don't need to be some elite athlete, you don't need to be super flexible. It's just very simple gross body movements that work, and they're very natural. And when you add principles of the body, principles that are already natural to the body, but when you understand them and know how to do them, it becomes more part of your DNA. And these movements are actually very healthy too, and you also can implement them again into your life. Combatives isn't just about learning how to fight in combat situations. It can also be about your life. So all these strikes, great, and because you're delivering a lot of power, take it easy. So wrapping your wrists and your hands, and then putting boxing gloves on for when you're punching, and just go slow. Let pain be your guide. You don't want to hit so hard that you blow out your shoulder, so just be careful. And again, it's a full body understanding, so the principles will work great for you. If you've never practiced in principles type stuff before, you'll really understand how much easier it is to learn to move the body than it is to learn like thousands of movements of, right? If you learn how to do a proper hook, all the mechanics involved in it, then you'll understand the mechanics better for a jab or any and every strike, because you understand how the body moves to deliver that power. So practicing the principles within all these strikes will help you do that. Thanks for watching.